What's up, everybody? It's Rusty Clutch here, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm joined by my two co-hosts this week. We have Q
Yo.
and we have Steven.
Hello.
All right, so before we hop into the news, real quick update on you guys' week. How's it going?
Legit as fuck. Pretty much just starting summer. Finished up my 4 finals for the semester, and now I'm done. So it's like a giant relief off my chest. I feel like, kind of don't even know what to do right now.
Do more YouTube.
Yeah, that's what pretty much.
Like the stress is gone. That's like, oh,
Literally,
I can't
yeah.
wait for that.
So like I don't know. It's a feeling like only you understand once you get out of your classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get you.
How about you, Steven?
What did I do? I got my midterms back. I got, I think I got 96% on one, and hey, 96% on the other one too. Actually.
Hey, that's what's
Oh,
up.
so also right now I've passed. So I confirmed that I've passed 3 of my 4 classes. So
Hey.
all I'm waiting for now is my sociology class, and I beat you, Steven. I got a 99.5 on my communications test. So
That's okay. I already had 100% a little bit ago.
fuck.
Actually,
Bro,
that one was over 100%. So
Steven's just better than me.
Bro, Steven's really good at what he does, bro. It's just how it works. What was I gonna say? How the fuck did you get a 99.5? Where did the other 0.5 go? Did you
Don't
spell your
fucking
name wrong?
know. He just wants to be dick and not give me 100. Also, I got a 123 on 123 out of 150 on my nutrition final today.
hey, that's awesome, dude.
Oh, is that the one you sent me earlier?
Yeah. Or no, that was
Yeah.
my psychology. That was
your
I got an
psychology?
83.
Yeah, because
83%.
you were like final in 40 minutes, and then like I asked you like how'd it go, and then you just sent me the score, and I was like, hey, lit.
But that was my psychology test. And that was one of the classes I was worried about. So that now that I know that I passed it, it's like, like so now I just I'm looking out for this sociology, because that one I was really scared if I was gonna pass or not. So now
Yeah,
I'm just waiting
bro.
for the final.
And then there's me over here where I got both of my exams back or 2 of my exams because I have another one this Friday for computer science. But I got my last 2 exams, one for physics and one for computer science, or one for economics. For physics, I got a C plus, and for economics, I got a B plus. And I'm like straight chilling, bro, because C plus in physics is good. Like it's above average because like that class is so hard. And then for economics, bro, like seriously, it's a whole bunch of freshmen because it's like a intro level economics course. So a lot of those people in there, like not to be mean or anything, but they're really dumb, dude. Like, like
That's actually
bro,
not
like
what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say they were tryhards.
no, they're try hard, but they suck, dude. It's weird. It's like wow, you're trying like really hard, but also like you're not that smart. Like,
You're not doing anything good.
yeah,
Like
Hey, it's like,
exactly.
hey, professor. Okay, I'm really trying to understand this, but why does 2 plus 2 equal 4? It doesn't make sense.
No,
What?
honestly, bro, like we'll be sitting in discussion because like during lecture, like whatever, but like during discussion, they ask some of the like most obvious questions ever, and I look at them like, do you even pay attention, or what are we doing?
So money lets you buy stuff, right? That's how economics
Exactly.
works.
No, like some of the most simplest like principles, like okay, so the very first thing we learned about was like real GDP versus nominal GDP. The only difference is that real you use the price from the base year, which like they give you the base year, like okay, this is the base year, use this price as your base, whatever, right? Or nominal is where you use the price of the current year. That's like that's like the first thing we learned in the first week, and we just did like a review, like because we have a quiz every week that's due by Wednesday night. And we just did a review, and like half of it was on that. And we were in discussion last night. At like I think I have discussion at like 8. We had discussion, and after discussion, like a good 5 or 6 of them got together and were like, oh my god, like this nominal GDP is like fucking me up. And I'm like, what? How? Like we learned that in the first week. We already took 2 midterms, and that was on both midterms. How are you still struggling with the first concept? So like I went over there and I was like trying to explain it to them, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense." Like, wow. And I'm like, are you guys okay? Like, did you guys all hit your heads on the same rock, or what are we doing?
Hey, but honestly, that's how like I study though. Like, say for like my EMT class, um, the way that I really learned is by explaining to people. So, and they actually like help me out whenever there's stupid people in the class. Go, I would like explain the concept over and over and over again, and then boom, it's drilled into my head now.
It's drilled into your head because you had to drill it into theirs.
Yeah,
Plebs what you're studying.
Yeah, Steven doesn't study. Steven just shows up and produces.
he just has a fucking photo memory. Just take pictures of like every page.
No, I don't. I actually just Sal's seen it. I don't
He just retains the information on
pay
the first
attention in
go.
class. I drop and I show up. And I show up for the
Yeah.
test.
He retains it. He's not like I do have a photographic memory, but he just retains the information on the first go.
Bro, that'd be amazing to just retain everything that.
No, see, it's useful. Like if I pay attention and I retain, like if I get the basic idea, I can figure the rest out on my own. But if I don't even learn the material, that's where I'm like, well, I had to bullshit this on nothing.
Yeah. But also Steven has a hard time paying attention. So
That's how I felt on my sociology test. There was a question, and I literally had no idea. Like, it was not in anything that I studied, so I was like, well, what do I even put down?
Like, okay, for the physics test, so we like in 9C, Sal. I honestly, I didn't even. I wasn't there most of the time. So what
yeah,
I
you
did
were not.
for the midterms and final, I looked at the equations sheet and figured out everything.
Well, I mean, honestly, like the sheets were pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. Like you didn't need any of the backstory, and also the professor was really terrible.
Yeah, yeah, those all helped. Oh wait, actually, one cool thing that I should mention. I just got a research position.
Ooh, doing what?
What's that mean? Researchers?
Okay, so grad students do research, right? So sometimes if undergraduates help them out, you can get paid for it, and you're doing research too, and you get experience. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, dope. So you're gonna get paid?
Yes.
A
So you're gonna study rocks and shit?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yes.
well,
No,
like for money this time.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, give me one of those jobs.
Well, that's you with your comp sci stuff, ain't it? If you get to code
Yeah.
for a living or get to help people like that, you've already experienced that.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't want to go out and code for some company that just like
That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that. But let's hop into the news real quick. So I have 4 pretty juicy topics this week, I feel. We're gonna start off with the first one here. Open it up on a light note before we get into the nitty gritty. So we have that. Q
Finally.
excited.
So Harambe dies isn't the first story of the
Yeah,
week.
no, definitely not the first one. So, so Taco Bell is opening a hotel in Palm Springs, self-titled The Bell, which is nice. You know, I like the simplistic names whenever people name stuff. But it's only for a limited time, and it's starting this August 2019, August 9th to be
Wait,
specific.
for a limited time means that they're gonna own it for a little bit and then they're gonna sell it.
I honestly, I feel like they're gonna like turn a hotel into a Taco Bell hotel. Like they're gonna take an existing hotel, like reskin it for like a couple months, and then like give it back or something.
But the question is, are they gonna be selling Taco Bell?
Yeah, like everything's gonna be Taco Bell, bro.
Oh, book me a hotel. Book me a room right now.
It would be cool if like the
Yeah.
beds were like burritos, like shaped like burritos. That'd be awesome. Like your
What if they
blanket
have
is like the tortilla.
yeah, blankets, pillows?
Just all fucking Taco Bell, dude.
Yeah.
Because like it said like everything's gonna be Taco Bell themed. Like everything from like the poolside stuff, the pool toys to the towel, like everything's gonna be Taco Bell themed, which is great. But I just like we've all had Taco Bell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know what it does to you after you eat Taco Bell, right?
Not gonna. It does taste good going in though.
Yeah, I mean it does, but that hotel better have the best plumbing in the world. I'll just say right now.
Hey yo, real shit. I don't understand like the Taco Bell shits. Like I only eat like the soft tacos from there, but like I never really get like the shit super bad. Like
Really?
I don't know.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're the anomaly, dude. Because every time I eat Taco Bell, I get the shits.
Every time.
every time. Like if I eat Taco Bell, I better not be doing anything the next day.
Oh, nah, it's probably never like that
What's
for me.
really good is their crunch wraps. Those things are delicious.
Bro, yes.
Like, have
I
you
only,
the ones that look like shaped like a hexagon?
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
only eat the soft tacos.
Why?
Q, you're
Oh,
missing so much.
bro, I was traumatized when I was a little kid. All right, flashback, flashback. Okay, so I was eating a hard shell taco, and um, I guess like I just took too big of a bite or wasn't chewing all the way, but basically like a chip got stuck in the back of my throat, and I started choking really bad. And from then on out, no more hard shell tacos, only
Hey,
soft tacos.
okay, the crunch wrap isn't hard shell. It's
Oh,
all soft tortilla. You should try
in
No,
it.
the
but
name,
it's got a tostada in the middle.
No, but
crunch.
it's like they're small pieces. It's not like
Yeah.
having a whole tostada in there. It's like having tiny chips all spread out.
Yeah, well, how do you eat tortilla chips, Q?
Tortilla chips, I chew them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you get a crunch wrap, you chew it.
Nope, not the same.
Okay, what about the burritos?
It's a burrito. It's not hard.
Yeah. Why don't you try the burritos at Taco Bell?
Because I don't know. I like the soft tacos better. Like,
Why burritos are soft tortillas? They're like the same thing, but they go around
but
the
don't
whole
they
way.
have like they got like beans and then they got like the sauce or what is it? The sauce?
Do you not like beans? Are you not a true Latino?
No, I hate Mexicans. But no, I mean, I don't really mind beans, but I don't know. I whenever I go to a restaurant, I pick one thing and then I get that for the rest of my life.
Okay, so Taco Bell, it's soft tacos.
Yep.
Okay, you're not like because they have like a. I always get the beefy Frito burrito.
Those are
It
good.
has like it has like beans, cheese, meat, and then Fritos like in the
Like
burrito.
like something that's been around for a long time that I really want to try, but have not because I just like getting the soft tacos is the Doritos Locos taco.
Yeah, so you get
Yeah,
Doritos like a
bro.
taco, dude.
Nope.
Oh, he's gonna have
Because what if it's
flashbacks.
bad? Because what if it's bad? I don't
Yeah,
want to
because
risk
what if
it.
it stabs you?
No, like I mean, because remember whenever you talked about you got that vegan like bowl food, whatever. I don't know what you
Yeah,
get,
but you're not getting a vegan
but
burger. You're getting a Doritos
listen,
Locos
listen, listen.
taco.
If it's bad, I don't want to eat it. I'm not gonna power through it.
You're just gonna throw it away.
Yep, just throw it away, and then now my money is wasted.
That's true. That's
So to
very true.
solve that, I just don't don't get anything new.
Next time we're together, I'm gonna take you to Taco Bell and I'm gonna buy you something.
Okay, at the very least, have you like when you go to In and Out, do you get the double animal style? Is that the one
Nope,
thing you get? Oh
nope.
my god, what do you get?
I get a number 3, no onions, no sauce.
Oh, my heart, my heart.
What's a 3?
That's a hamburger, right?
Yep, hamburger with lettuce and tomatoes, and then I get pickles on the side.
Oh yeah, he gets like extra. Like he asked for like 6 bags of pickles.
I don't understand you.
And then whenever I go to Chick-fil-A, I get the nuggets and fries. McDonald's, I get a McChicken and fries.
No mayo.
No mayonnaise ever.
You're hurting
Where
me,
else?
Q.
Wendy's, I get chicken nuggets and fries.
Bro, they're bringing back spicy chicken nuggets, bro.
Ooh, sounds
Too
good.
bad I'm not gonna try.
This dude. Bro, that's like the same. It's like literally the same family. Chicken nuggets, spicy chicken nuggets. That's not much of a jump.
Bro, have you ever had the chicken burger, the spicy chicken burger, whenever you're in high school?
Yeah, bro, those
Yeah,
were
those are
bomb.
good.
Those were
The
good.
spicy McChicken. Ooh,
Sometimes I would get the chicken fries or like have you ever had those? Like where they're
the
like they
Taco
look
Bell
like
chicken fries.
no, they're at like my school. I don't know if you guys had the same
Oh
thing.
yeah, they're
But
like strips, but they were like fries.
yeah, but they're like kind of smaller like than regular chicken strips.
Yeah.
And those bitches were good. Bro, take me back to those days.
Bro, what we used to do is we used to take like, cause like people, like a lot of people wouldn't eat at lunch, like in middle school. So we do is we'd be like, "Oh, you gonna eat that?" No. So like each one of us would have like 3 patties stacked high, bro, and we'd just be
Oh
eating them,
my god.
bro, like that, dude. And we'd be like, "So hot." We're just like eating it. We didn't care.
I remember whenever I used to like go into the lunchroom like because I would get like the free lunch or like reduced lunch or whatever. Um I would always steal the juices. Like I would wear like a big shirt or like a sweater, and I always like would tuck them into my like my because I wear shorts underneath my pants, so I
Yeah.
just like tuck them right there in my pants.
God, you're just like Sal.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, bro. And especially whenever I was getting the spicy chicken burger because you need like something with that to wash it down.
Dude, dude, not gonna lie, the school food was really good when we were little kids. Like, oh, the strawberry milk and
Mhm.
chocolate milk were my favorite, and then they got rid
Or
of them.
like even like the apple juice or like orange juice. Like sometimes it'd be frozen.
Do you remember the ice cream they would give? They used to have little cups of ice cream that were delicious.
I couldn't get ice cream because that's whenever you had to go to the carts and you had to pay for that shit.
Huh.
We got ice cream on special occasions, but they were like bars.
We got cookies on holidays.
What kind of cookies?
Some shit cookies.
So like the hardest rock ones, where you could like slam it on the table and the table would break.
Yeah, or no, they weren't really hard, but they would be like the regular like plain like cookie with like sprinkles on it and just
Okay,
not really any flavor.
the crumble to ash cookies.
Yeah,
Sugar
bro.
cookies are so nice, like the ones you get in store, the soft ones. Those are my favorite.
But no, what I was saying before, like the best thing ever was whenever you get like an orange juice or like an apple juice, and they would like be frozen, so you just like open it all up and eat it like a slushy.
Yeah, those were good
10 out
too.
of 10.
Because those were the ones that are like at the very bottom, like like whenever they kept them in like the freezer. So those were like more slushy than actual drink. Those were bomb.
I think the chicken patty sandwiches are my favorite. That and then the calzones were also so good.
Bro, we had calzones for like a month when I was in middle school, and then they switched it for this nasty pizza where the cheese tasted like plastic.
Oh, I hated that pizza so
It
much.
was the
It looked
circle
like a
ones.
yeah. Oh.
The small circle ones. They're
Dude,
terrible, dude.
did
Oh,
you guys ever get the old pizza bagels that were like really good, like in elementary?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember that.
What about the chalupas?
Chalupas? No, we had some burritos though. It was like the microwave burritos, bro.
We got hot pockets in preschool.
I don't remember that part,
Bro,
bro.
I remember in elementary school, like whenever I had moved to Visalia, so I was like the lunch like helper, and like whenever you would help out, like you would at the end, so you could like just stack hella stuff on your plate because like there's nobody else gonna get food, so like I would get like hella of everything.
You just like stack it all up and then go sit down. And everyone's looking at you
Yeah.
like, bruh.
Go sit down. Everybody's all like done with their food, and I'm just like eating like a massive feast.
You know what I think? I think when they changed all the schools to make it healthier, it increased the food waste by a lot.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah.
because
We didn't
then
eat it.
yeah, nobody would eat.
And like you would get it because there was like one thing you wanted from it, but the rest of you just throw away.
Yeah.
My brother would actually, my stepbrother would actually like take his lunches because he would get reduced lunch, but he would take other people's money and then go buy it and then give it to them for like a cheaper price and make money off.
Oh my gosh, that's fucking hustle, dude.
I know, bro, the grind. But he was always on that stuff. He would sell like hot Cheetos and then sell like gummy worms just like make money.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that one kid that sells soda in school.
Yeah. I remember this one kid used to sell Arizona tea.
Ooh, those are good though. Those are so damn delicious.
So we had this one guy, right? So like we're not supposed to sell on campus, right? So or whatever in high school. We had this one guy though. Oh my god, he sold like I shit you not. He sold everything. His name was fuck. I think his name was Tito or Lalo. I forget.
Lalo? That sounds like a that
Yeah,
sounds
but
like a
it's
name.
a Mexican guy, right? And so like his family owned a local that was like down the street, or no, like it wasn't like his parents, but it was like his aunt and uncle or something like that. So like he was always trying to make a buck. So every day, bro, he would come to school with his backpack, like with his stuff, and two duffel bags, bro. The duffel bags were full of stuff, like candy, chips, soda, like anything you wanted, bro. And I shit you not, bro. The most memorable experience of buying something from him was one time. I don't know if he did this like a lot, but I know that one time he came to school and I had PE in the morning. So like and he was in my PE class. So we go to PE and as soon as we were done with PE, he takes one of his like duffel bags out and sets it on the bench, opens it up, opens up like a little cooler in there, and he's like, I got burritos. He's like, burritos for $1.50 each. I was like, bruh, you're shitting me. fresh
Oh,
burritos, dude. And I
dude,
just went over there, gave him $1.50, he gave me a burrito, dude, and then I bought a bag of chips and a Sprite.
bro, that brought me back memories. Like I totally forgot about this, but bro, people would sell chicken and rice. Did you guys even know about that?
You
No.
mentioned that once.
Yeah, I think you did.
Bro, yeah, chicken and rice. The best thing ever. Oh my gosh. Like at first, because this is whenever people would sell it at school, they would run out, like, I swear to God, by like 10 o'clock, like in high school. So that's like my favorite memory of, like, that's the only thing I miss from Visalia is going to the chicken and rice lady. But like same thing from the chicken and rice lady, that guy would sell like in his bag. So it was like way better. So you didn't have to leave campus. And also they would, instead of, if you didn't want to get like the chicken, they would just give you like a bag of rice and like a little cup of green sauce. Oh my god, bro. Best thing ever.
Like, because the crazy thing was like when he would come to school with the 2 duffel bags, by the end of the day they'd be gone. Like his goal was to sell both bags by the end of the day. So like, bro, we all were like walking out of the locker room. We all had burritos, a soda, and chips because he had like I don't know what he said. He was like $3, you get the whole thing or whatever. So we're like giving him money. So we're all walking out, and all the teachers are looking at us like, "Where the fuck did you guys get burritos from in the locker room?" And then like they go in there to like investigate, but he had already closed up shop and they walked out. They were like, "Who was selling that?" And all of us were like, "Nah, I didn't, like I don't know, like I don't know where I got it." Like we didn't say anything because like we're supposed to, like we're not gonna rat him out. He's our hookup.
I don't know where I got it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just appeared in my hand. I'm just fucking eating the burrito, dude.
Yeah, bro. They would always crack down on people selling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't want that.
the only thing they allowed at my school was oh, the chocolates. You know, like the people that sell those boxes of chocolates and they had like almond, regular, dark with almond, crunch.
What was the name? Like it sounded, or it looked like bitch. Like looked like bitch, but it was like batch.
Bitch chocolates.
Yeah, no, it was if you were to like pronounce it, it was pronounced bitch, but it was with the e instead or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think I know what you're talking about. The white box, the white and blue box.
Yeah, I think so. And also, people at our school, like they were like the cart Nazis would crack down on everybody selling. So if you had a duffel bag, like they would be like, "Oh, like are you in sports?" Like, no. Well, what's in your bag?
Yeah, I don't know.
So in order to like combat this, people would go ahead and dress up like in sports uniforms and walk around with that shit.
Oh my god, the plays, dude.
The plays.
Holy shit. All right, let's move into our next topic here. I'll let Q introduce it for us real quick.
Okay, so on our next topic, we got Tifu, Tofu, Sue's Phase Clan. They said that, or so apparently, quote unquote, they're taking 80% of his revenue from his sponsorship deals and are denying him from new potential offers. Crazy. This is like the giant, like biggest story. Besides, what was his name? Fucking Jeffree Star or whatever his name, James Charles. There we
James
go.
Charles,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, after that, like bro, his whole thing blew up of James Charles. This hit the internet, biggest thing ever on in the internet right now. Hashtag release the contract. Um, absolutely insane because okay, so pretty much what's happening is Tfue, really like popular streamer, and then FaZe found him, and once FaZe found him, skyrocketed. His numbers skyrocketed, subs, Twitch views, anything right now. Right now, he's probably bigger than Ninja on like streaming. He has like a really big platform, and that's saying a lot.
Wait,
Um,
wasn't Ninja having a fall, like dropping in views though recently?
I'm not too sure. Haven't really
Kept up with Ninja.
kept up with Ninja really, because I kind of like stopped playing Fortnite, so I stopped watching him.
But I know that
Um,
Tfue was on the rise.
but yeah, Tfue, he is, I would say better than Ninja, better than most people. He is godlike, especially for finding glitches. Tfue is the god of finding like hacks and glitches, anything like that. Um, but basically, he signed this contract to get into the organization of FaZe, and now he's pretty much wanting to back out because he thinks that this is a dumb idea. And this is all like barely coming out, like 2 hours ago. This happened. of like the hashtag release a contract. Um, but yeah, so um, sign into the organization. You know, being dumb, just went ahead, signed it, didn't read through the fine print.
Yeah,
And there's like numbers that he actually put it out that it's taken like 49%, 79%. Like it's mind boggling.
That's real
So the
bad.
pretty much the only and Banks, the owner, is pretty much denying it. He's saying this is blind. Like I totally got blindsided by this. Um, and Tifu is saying, you've known about this. You didn't get blindsided by this. So the only real way to know, like, who's telling the truth is if the contract is released and we get to see like what numbers are being taken.
yeah, because then that's the contract. Like it can't lie. We can read it for ourselves.
Yeah, and Banks right now is saying that they are going to release a contract because they're not lying. They said so. But it's crazy. This is like crazy YouTube drama that's going down right now.
Bro, if this contract comes out and it actually doesn't say this, Tfue is gonna take a hit, dude, like
Yes,
hard.
most
Like his
definitely.
credibility is gonna go through the floor.
And if it's the other way around, Banks is gonna get so much shit for like putting up a 20-minute video saying how he built Tfue.
All this
It's
BS.
gonna be insane.
I just want to throw in my 2 cents because something like this happened recently, a couple months ago, not like in the gaming industry, but in the music industry for a small music group that I watch. So I follow the Spectators Collective. They do rap and stuff, and like they sign artists, and it's these two guys, they're brothers. They started the company as a way to help up and coming artists, get a fan base, develop, like basically help them out, get to a point where they can do something with what they have, right? They see talent and they help them. So, uh, their contracts are strictly paid in exposure, where like when you sign with them, it's like you don't really make anything at all. The only thing that you get is, or the only thing is you get their fan base. They promote you on all of their platforms. You don't have to pay like a penny out of pocket for beats, for studio time, for anything to produce. The only thing is that at the end, when the track comes out, you're probably not gonna make anything off of your music. But that's in the contract that they write up, is like you're paid an exposure. And they do it, I think it's like a 2-year contract that they do normally with their artists. It's like, all right, look, you sign with us for 2 years. You don't have any following whatsoever. Cause that's usually for the people they go for, is like somebody where they see a lot of talent that they're just not popping, right? They've been doing music for 3 to 5 years already, but they're just not hitting it, right? So like, look, come here with us. We're gonna give you all the tools you need to succeed, but in return, we're gonna make a little money off you.
Yeah. That whole scheme has been going on for so long, like in the music industry. Like, do you guys know about Too Short? Like
No.
the rapper?
No.
No? Um well, anyways, his contract, I don't know specific numbers, but they were taking a percentage of his money and from like whatever he made. So and also like recently Lil Uzi Vert, he was in a really bad contract too. I don't know if he got out of it yet or what, but he in all of 2018, he only released one song because of it, which is mind-boggling. Um, but like pretty much what it is they take a percentage of your money and whatever percentage that you get, you're paying for studio time, you're paying for this equipment, you're paying for whatever, and you're only making probably 18 cents on a fucking dollar.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But like I'm saying though, like for the one that I'm saying, they were giving him all of that stuff. Like they were giving him the studio time. They were buying his beats for him. They were like doing everything for him. And then he still at the end, he eventually like at the end was just like, all right, like I'm done, not gonna resign and stuff. He started like his own label or whatever, and was just talking mad shit about the way they were treating them. And they're like, no, we're gonna, like, they put out the contract where like, look, we literally state in the contract, he signed it, that you're not gonna make hardly any money. He's like, we even adjusted it where they were giving us something like 15 or 20% of what he was making. They're like, he's like, they're like, one, he wasn't making us hardly any money. He's like, because he is an up and coming artist. He's like, he doesn't even have a fan base. We literally built him up into this, like integrated him with us so that he could leave and have something to do with this. Um, so I was like, "Bro, like, that's kinda, like, disrespectful, like, these guys literally helped you, like, get to this point." And his thing was like, "Yeah," he's like, "I could see all this stuff that I was creating and all this money coming in, but I wasn't making any of it." And I was like, "But you gotta look at, like, did they pay for your studio time? Yes. Did they give you the beats? Yes. Like, you weren't paying for any of that. Like, if you paid for that and then they weren't giving you your money, then I can see." But if they were giving you all these resources for free, like, and you were a part of their fan base and they're pushing you on all their platforms, then yeah. So like for this Tfue thing, if this is the contract that he signed in the beginning, I don't see a problem with it. One,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
signed it.
that's the whole issue with mine too. Like my perspective on it. Why are you gonna sign something like that? Like if it says they're gonna take 80% of your revenue, like why would you even want to sign this? Why would you even want to go to this organ?
Exactly. Like you got to think long term. Like, all right, in a year, 2 years, what can I possibly do? Do I want them to be taking 80% of my revenue? Like, no.
And by the way, he's locked in for 3 years.
Okay, exactly. So 3 years. So he had to openly, knowingly sign this because he signed it if he was a part of it. And this is the truth that he signed for this. And like, you're just being a baby bitch if you're trying to back out.
And so now pretty much what he's suing for is it's how do you say it? Like not fair. It's not fair
Yeah.
for him to be in this contract.
But that's the thing, though. If you sign the contract, like,
You're in the contract.
I know,
Yeah.
like, we want to, like, all right, everybody, like, is a good person and they want the best for everybody, but this is a business at the end of the day. And if they're gonna make money, they're gonna make money. And if you're dumb enough to sign it, you're dumb enough to sign it.
And it's just it's like hard for me because I like Tifu and I like FaZe, like all the FaZe guys, like especially FaZe Banks. So it's kind of hard to see them in like a bad light, like one or the other. I wish this issue can be resolved and friendships can still be kept. But we're not going to know the full truth until the contract is released.
How about you, Steven? What do you think? You've been a little silent. I know we've been kind of taking over, but I just want to see what your perspective is on like contracts and stuff like that.
I was actually had a example to bring up. It's actually kind of similar, but more in light of your example, Sal. Do you
Uh-huh.
guys know what Image Comics is?
No, I don't think so.
No, I do not.
It's another studio, well, publishing company like Marvel and DC.
Okay.
Except they have a program where up and coming comic artists can submit their I guess their comic and their characters and their story, like a small write up of it and like storyboards or sketches of the actual panels to see how it would go.
Uh-huh.
And if it's approved, they will publish your comic and you get to keep all the rights of your characters and your story. And like Image will not like by them publishing it, they're not gonna get the rights to your own creations, and you get exposure, and you do get some of the pay, but you're responsible for keeping deadlines, paying your own staff with the revenue they give you from like the sales of your comic and all that. And I guess it kind of reminded me of that. But thinking of like if the contract is really that bad, why didn't you read it? Like
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the first
what's
thing.
confusing to me
Whenever
too.
you sign a contract, you'll read the whole thing because whatever you sign to, you're agreeing to. That's how it works. So you better not sign to something stupid.
Yeah.
When you sign a contract, that's what a contract is. And I mean, that's like the first thing they say is read the whole contract.
It's like it doesn't matter how unfair it is. It's like I agree. Like the contract says, I agree to let Sal punch me in the dick every day if he sees me, and I signed it. And I'm
You'd have
like,
to uphold that
well,
contract, you know?
I was like, Sal, please, no, not today. And then you just hold up the contract, and I'm just like, oh,
Like I mean, at the time, okay, I don't, okay, we're going to his head. At the time, he's probably like, bro, they're trying to like, I'm trying to join Phase. That would be amazing for me. Like, I don't care if there's 80% revenue, but like, you have to think long term. That's what I'm saying. Like at the time, he probably was like, this is an amazing offer. Like I'm getting into Phase or whatever. But 3 years with 80% revenue, especially if you're joining Phase, like if anything, just negotiate another contract, like a shorter, like, all right, we'll do a 1 year, try it out
and
or something.
and I'm pretty sure that Banks tweeted out about 2 hours ago that he offered. Wait, hold on. Let me get the actual tweet.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
Okay, so
the statements.
yeah. So here, this is the first thing that because Tifu actually responded to the whole situation, but he put up a YouTube video. But he FaZe Banks, and I quote, Turner, we offered you 1 million per year with zero splits across the board.
on a side note, 1 million per year. Holy crap!
That's a lot of
But
money, dude.
um,
I know.
no. Trust me, a million per year is nothing to what Tfue makes in ad revenue and Twitch like subscriptions. It's it's mind boggling. $60,000 is 0.01% of his money. So yeah, Banks tweeted out, and with the new contract, anything agreed in the previous one would be pretty much nullified. We offered so many different solutions, and all of them taking nothing, absolutely nothing from Turner. Tfue blew up and forgot where he came from. Classic clout shit.
Honestly, that's exactly what happened with the contract thing I was telling you about with the rapper. He was like, he just felt like he should have been making more money, so he was like, I'm too good for this shit, and like pieced out and was talking mad shit. And I'm like, bro, like you got to know where you started. You got to know who helped you. Like I'm 100% sure FaZe Clan helped Tfue and pushed him and stuff. Maybe the contract wasn't that fair, but like, I'm not saying FaZe Banks made him, but you know, there was a hand in there that helped him, right?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Most definitely because Banks. Um, okay, so you guys know who FaZe Cloaksy is?
No.
No, I
If you
know who
don't,
Banks is.
popular YouTuber, Fortnite streamer. Um, he Face Cloaksy was a professional Fortnite YouTuber at the time. You know, he would scrim, do a lot of stuff. Banks, so he was already Cloaksy was already in Phase, and Banks was like, "Hey, I found this new kid. His name's Tifu. I want you to play with him. I want you to scrim with him." Um, Cloaksy responded, "No, like this kid's not good. He wouldn't fit with our team. His building is trash." And then Banks responded with like, like I really just want you to play with this kid, just try it out. And whenever they actually like went into the scrim together, Tfue dominated. Tfue was like way better than them. So by Banks like pushing him like to get this stuff like to where he's at, is just like it's kind of weird because he's just like kind of like forgetting where he's came from. Um, Oh, last tweet that Banks has tweeted out. Our legal team is preparing everything, and we will release the contract with all the context in the world when we can. Um, yeah.
So
So
my take on that is it's really dumb typically to release a contract. Like you don't have to do that. Why would you care for the public to see? It doesn't matter. But
mhm,
if you're gonna do it, that means you have the you're right. You have the balls to be like, just everyone in the world can see that I'm right.
yeah. So again, we're not
If
gonna
I was
know.
Tifu,
Like
dude, I'd be
we're not
sweating
gonna know.
bullets right now.
Yeah.
Cause like he seems like he's got all the eggs in his basket, dude. Like he seems like he's got the hot hand right now, dude, and he's just gonna lay it down.
Yeah, and mind you, he hasn't really tweeted out much. I think it's pretty much like in the legal terms, like he's not gonna pretty much say anything on the situation. Um, but I mean, we just gotta see. Just gotta wait and see.
You can almost say like this just blew up, you know?
I know, like almost to the moon. So
Yeah, well, you skipped over one. Um, yeah, blew up. Kind of like the giant concrete dome that's in the middle of the ocean housing waste. So of course, I don't know if you guys know or not, probably that back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, we started testing atom bombs and hydrogen bombs, and we did it on these little islands that are in between like Hawaii and the Philippines, like all these small little islands, right? Um, well, there's not very many inhabitants, but there is inhabitants like nearby.
yeah,
So what
Bikini
happened?
Bottom.
Yeah, Bikini Bottom, exactly. So uh, there's actually a couple things where like the explosions were so big and so massively radioactive, and in order to like kind of stop the radioactiveness from leaking everywhere, they just built like a giant lid and put it on top. And we're like, all right, fixed it. So now there's potentially hazardless. Okay, sorry. There's potentially hazardous waste leaking into the ocean, like all around that area. So like we basically fucked ourselves, like at least in that area.
Yeah, I didn't really get why they would just blow up hydrogen atoms underneath or hydrogen bombs underneath water. Like
Wait, underneath water?
yeah, have you, bro? They would blow up hydrogen bombs underneath the water, like to see how far it would go up.
Like in that same area for the testing.
Yeah,
Oh shit, I didn't know about that part. but that makes sense because I've seen like the old style videos that they have of them
Mhm.
where like they come out through the water.
Tsunami.
Yeah. So like when I think about it, I'm like, bro, like who? Like I get it, we were trying to advance the stuff, but who was like, bro, what if we just I don't know, just throw these bombs in the middle of the ocean and just see what happens?
Part of it was either we don't understand the effects of
Yeah,
it.
they don't understand the long-term effects of hazardous material.
Yeah, but I mean, we were trying to make a bomb to kill like a lot. Like we were trying to make a destructive bomb.
Well,
Like
why
that
do you
in
think they
itself.
blew it up in the middle of the Pacific? The Pacific's the largest ocean. They're
Mm.
like, it's not going to affect anyone we care about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's yeah, that's true. But I was reading into the article that Greeley posted for us, um, and it was saying that like when it actually detonated, it was like way bigger. Like when they did the hydro bomb, way bigger than what they thought. So like it seeped like onto like the other islands. Like it was like almost it was like a radioactive rain. So it looked like
Yep.
snow.
Called
And that
fallout.
like yeah, so like I guess there was kids like eating it. Like they thought it was
Oh,
snow and
I've
they were
heard of
eating
that.
it.
I've
What?
heard that.
Yeah, dude. So like there was like massive fallout there. That's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, yeah, in the middle of the Pacific, no one's there, but they actually did it where there was people. It's like kind of fucked up, dude.
Well, they're
Yeah.
close-ish. Again, they're not American, so it didn't matter.
Good. Fuck yeah. Blowing
Where's
hydrogen bombs
Carlos
in
when
the
you need him with the good old
Pacific.
USA?
Yeah, exactly, right? He's fucking playing League of Legends. What I was gonna say was, what do you guys think about like the long term effects? Do you think it's gonna be that disastrous all the way out there, or?
Oh yeah. Have you seen Chernobyl?
Yeah, I've seen Chernobyl. What were you gonna say, Steven?
So, no, this radioactive fallout, right? It releases this radioactive carbon to the environment, right? And
Yeah.
carbon is a big component of like snail shells and like any like clams and crabs, all things they make their shell out of calcite, which is uses carbon for it. And now there are organisms found today that you can find the radioactive carbon from these explosions in their shells.
And aren't they
So
like getting mutated too from it? Or
Not really. It's more so like it's making its way into the ecosystem, and its effects are still being seen today, 50, 60 years later.
So what you're telling me is like clams have radioactive pearls now?
Yeah.
bro, imagine the price on them bitches.
Can you imagine the price on them bitches?
Actually, it wouldn't be that different. Well, you can market it and then like.
Bro, yeah, it'd
get
be
it.
like these are special. They're radioactive pearls. The wearer grows a third arm.
I mean, but have you seen like the like in Chernobyl how like there's been videos of like catfish like getting massively like just huge because and they're saying that it's because of the radioactive material getting
Okay.
into them.
See, one pet peeve that I have is radiation is like super misinterpreted in the public eye as always a bad thing. Because right now we're being hit by radiation all the time. All the
Yeah.
lights
By the
that are
sun,
hitting you, that's radiation. That's straight up radiation. Like the light from your phone, light from your
like from my
computer hitting you.
monitors.
Yeah, that's also
My
radiation.
microwave.
Yes, that too.
Isn't it bad to stare at your microwave?
No, if it's not on and if the door's closed.
I also
If
heard
it's
that you're not.
on.
Yeah, I also heard that yeah, I heard that one, but I also heard you're not supposed to stand by your mic if you have a pacemaker because it'll fucking blow up.
No, that is true, but it won't blow up. It'll just fuck it up, which is still bad.
Same shit. You're gonna die. I mean,
Yeah.
so what you're saying is like radioactiveness, like in Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs when the food got really big.
What? Okay, that's different.
I'm just saying like it does have like it doesn't. It's not just always bad. It could have beneficial effects.
Yeah, you need sunlight.
Okay.
Radiation is only bad if the thing that you're being hit with is bad. So like UV radiation, ultraviolet light is damaging to organic tissue. So like you can screw up your eyes by staring at the sun too long because UV radiation is bad for your eyes.
Unless you're Trump, which you could just stare at and listen.
You don't know that. He might have a limit.
Especially whenever there's an eclipse.
Exactly. Oh yeah, didn't he tweet that out, dude? That he looked at?
Yeah, bro. It was like, there's a meme about it. It was like, very dangerous. Do not stare at the sun while a solar eclipse is happening. And then it just transitioned to Trump just, what?
So like the reason why radiation from nuclear waste is bad because the things that it fires are not photons, the thing like light or even they're like actual atoms which are lar- large in size which could damage you, like their scientific term for those like beta and gamma rays. Those actually destroy your body parts and could affect your DNA. They
Just
don't
rip you
cause
apart.
things like you to grow another arm, but what they do cause. Have you ever looked up photos of the people from who were exposed to the explosions of Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
No.
I have seen.
You
Yeah,
don't want to. It's radiation
crazy.
burns. It's just really
Radiation
damaging.
burns are like the
It's
worst. Like
it's not
super.
that like hey, I now have two heads. I'm Superman. I can no. It's you're kind of being destroyed slowly. That's the dangerous part about nuclear waste.
So yeah, so just in case, this fallout thing starts getting a little too big and starts affecting a lot of people, it's all right because NASA has a plan, guys. Okay, so NASA is returning to the moon in 2024. They've stated already. There's a video on their YouTube channel. Go watch it. It's actually pretty cool. But after you watch the podcast, of course. And this time it's for good, like it's to stay. So their mission is titled Artemis, and it is to establish human presence on the moon, and the main goal is that their hopes is that in doing this and colonizing the moon, they prepare themselves for their future endeavors to Mars. So the first step is colonize the moon. The next step would be then go from the moon to Mars. So, bro, weren't we just talking about this like a couple months ago? Like, oh, would you be down to go to Mars or to the?
Yeah, moon's cool. They're like, so the moon is like fun to study because it's like its rocks are like an early Earth. So we get to see what Earth may have looked like, well, chemically looked
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
So that's just a fun thing about it. And we haven't been to the moon in how long? Did you look that up, Sal? Because I don't know that off the top of my head.
Oh, the moon. We haven't been there in
Like 80s or
yeah, since
70s.
the 80s. It's been like 40 years.
Well, that'll be fun for a bunch of new people. I might I would be down to go to the moon. I just wouldn't be down to live there for 20 years.
Well, I forgot to say, they're actually gonna send the first woman to the moon on that first trip in 2024.
That makes
The
sense.
first woman and the second man, or the second or third man, because there was Buzz Aldrin, right? That was also on
Yep.
the moon.
Buzz
But
Aldrin is indeed a man.
yeah, I know. But he also was like I'm saying, they're gonna send the first woman and man and more men. But their plan is to like send people to stay there, to colonize, create a community there. They want to build like a whole infrastructure, economy, so that like businesses can start sending stuff. Like they want to fully colonize the moon, and then we're like, all right, from the moon we go to Mars. Would you guys be down? Would you guys be down to go to the moon, but not Mars, or not either? Neither.
Moon,
I
but not
think
Mars.
okay, so like honestly, if we go to the moon, it's gonna be hard to like set up shop, you know? Like how are we gonna just set up shop? Because like we'd have to bring everything over.
Yeah,
Like
but see, the
there's not
idea is that when you bring things over, then you have things to take things from the moon, and you don't need to bring as much over anymore.
Yeah, because they just start drilling and shit. Then they find oil, and then
Oh,
all,
they
not
find
all.
oil. Yeah, and then that'd be it.
if I know, and that's it,
We'd
dude.
have a present day Texas and on the moon.
Present day Alaska. We could see space. We could say space Russia from space Alaska.
Bro, what if we go to the moon and then we see on the other side of the moon is like people already colonizing it?
Bro, like, wait, when'd you guys get here? No, but like
We've been
honestly,
here
bro,
since the '60s.
like they forgot us here, dude. We had to fight to survive. We've been fighting these stupid alien things.
What if there was like a person like on the moon and like they just forgot about and they've just been there ever since, just living in like caves or something?
Bro, they just like kind of dropped him from the record book so no one would know their fuck up, dude.
I
Like,
can see that happening.
And then he's just still alive.
bro, like they
Bro,
strapped
we need to
everyone
make a
up to
movie
the
about that.
rocket. They strapped everybody to the rocket and they went back and
Damn.
like, all right, is everybody in the ship? John,
Like,
Buzz, Neil.
fuck.
Buzz?
Wait. Buzz, where'd you go?
Dude, that would be a great secret if Woody was the other Space
Oh my
Ranger.
god, yes. And Toy Story was trying to tell the full truth all along, but media didn't let them. That was some crazy shit, dude. But yeah, I probably would go to the moon just because like I feel like there would be a possibility of maybe ever
Coming
coming
back.
back. But Mars, I feel like is a forever thing. Like at least in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at some point we're gonna have like I feel like in our lifetime we're gonna have a fully, especially now, we're gonna have a fully sustainable like
Moon colony.
eco structure with with the moon where like there's gonna be like constant trips from the moon to Earth once we get this whole shit figured out.
How long does it take to travel there to the moon?
I think it's just the hardest part. It takes about 3 days by spacecraft.
Hey.
Yeah,
Dang.
but it has to go like a specific path because it has to catch the moon at a certain point to like land on it.
See, okay, with a bunch of space things, they're very freaking careful. They wait till they calculate to have like a 99.9999% chance of success. Like actually, because they don't want to blow up any astronauts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't want to
sweet.
strand them in space.
Well,
And it
I
costs a
mean,
lot of money to launch in the first place, so they better get it right the first time.
that's what happened with the what was it, the Columbus, right? I forget what it was called.
One
The one that
like when
blew
it went
up.
sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the whole thing was like it's supposed to lean back and it leaned forward, and that means that the fuel actually like touched into the burners or whatever. Like it's like a tipping of a glass or something. The way I saw it somewhere they explained it, and basically just lit the whole ship on fire.
Have you ever seen the videos of the old, like the original testing of not even people on it, just old rockets to see if they could get
Bro,
into
motherfuckers
space?
would just blow up before they even left the ground, dude.
Yep.
Like the top would pop off and the bottom would blow out the bottom. It was like, bro, I don't know about this.
Astronauts are watching and like, are you sure you want us to get on one of those? Because like, I don't think Jerry's coming back.
They're like, you want me on that? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Honestly, bro, that's a scary endeavor. But like once they, like I said, I'm not gonna be the first one on the ship, but I'll definitely be on like the third or fourth ship. Like,
You think that they're gonna have McDonald's?
bro, they gotta have McDonald's.
Eventually.
What about Taco Bell?
No, not talk about.
No, not Taco Bell
I
because
think
they're
after
gonna
the
have.
Bell,
What
Taco
about
Bell
a
gets limited.
hotel like called the Bell?
We already went over that one.
Ah, shit.
We're looping back around. And back to the first news topic. Yeah. So you guys are yes to moon, no to Mars, or?
Yes, man, not a Mars. Just because I like the idea of being able to come back to Kalia one day.
Yeah,
That'd be
same.
nice.
Same, bro. Because I don't think my girlfriend would do it. So like, it'd be nice if I could
Nah,
come back.
I wanna see like people like actually over there to like send us messages like back and forth. Like that would be crazy. Like actually like some Star Wars type shit.
Yeah, but it would be nice to, that be temporary.
Yeah, bro. Imagine like bro, like on your birth certificate in the future it's gonna say what planet you're born on.
Bro, that's legit. Be like, are you like from the moon or Mars? Or you look a little. Oh yeah, from Mars. Oh, cool. I'm from Earth.
Oh,
Like,
you're
what's up?
born on Mercury. That's why you're so weird. You're one of those people.
But yeah, let's move into past week in history. I have two pretty good topics this week for past week in history. I have that on May 19th, 1997, the Lost World Jurassic Park premieres in the US. So, Lost World Jurassic Park is the second movie of the two. Are you guys big fans of sequels, or do you guys feel like sequels never live up to their first one? Because I like Jurassic Park, but the second one was kind of for me.
For some reason, I was gonna say I remember the first one was trash. The second one was trash, not the first one. The first one was good.
Yeah.
But the second movie, no one really cares about, and the third one is like people are like, "Oh my god, Spinosaurus."
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Nah, I like. Oh, whoa! I clicked Siri, and then she just turned on, and then it looked up Spinosaurus. But no, I really like whenever I was little, like I wanted to be a paleontologist because of the Jurassic Park movies. So like I don't know, I love Jurassic Park. So like one, two, three, and even like the newer ones, like I love. It's just like I don't know, dinosaurs really amaze me.
That's why I threw this one in there because I know Q's a big fan of the
Yeah.
Jurassic Parks.
But
But
then I
like,
realized that like I couldn't make a living off of digging up bones. So
You can. No, okay, actually,
yeah, I mean, you kind of.
kind
no.
of.
I was talking with my one of my TAs. He said once he's done with this, he was like even before, like just with his masters, he was offered a job teaching at a community college where he would be making 85,000 a year starting.
Damn.
So
But
shut up.
I want to be in the field, like digging up
No,
bones, you know.
see, that's what professors do. They teach and they do research.
But I don't want to teach them fucking snot Rudy ass little kids.
Bro, don't you remember Indiana Jones, bro? Don't you? Half the time
Yeah,
he's
bro.
teaching, half the time he's out there fucking saving the
Fucking
world.
slamming the students.
Yeah, that's in the deleted scenes.
That's from the Indiana Jones Temple of Bone.
Temple of Bone.
So what do you think, Q? Was the second one live up to the first one's hype, or how do you feel? Because I know you're pretty versed in them.
I like the third one like the most out of all of them. But I don't know. Yeah,
So like, if you had to rank the first three,
it would be 3, 1, 2.
okay, so two kind of dropped the ball a little bit.
Yeah,
Do you guys feel like that with all movies? Like the second one sometimes doesn't live up to the hype, or do you
it
have
kind
an
of like scared me when I was a little kid watching the little dinosaurs.
oh the little ones that
They
eat
like
people?
swarm everybody and just eat them alive.
Pretty much any
Ah.
dinosaur that's not a herbivore.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel there's a series where the second one is better than the first one?
Oh, Mortal Kombat 2 is better than Mortal Kombat 1.
True.
Destiny 2 sucked. So
Oh, okay. I thought Destiny 2 was better than the first one, but I thought they
hell
both
no.
sucked. I thought they both were trash.
Destiny 1
But Destiny
vanilla
2 was less trash.
was way better.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Destiny. That like, or I mean,
The original, like
yeah, the
no
original
DLC.
original.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Wait, why is
well,
the
like
DLC
Crota is
bad?
in. Like the DLC, like say like Crota's in. Okay, so what made the vanilla Destiny so good is that you okay, so in Destiny you have to do things called raids, and from the raids you get these special materials, and with those special materials, like there's just a chance of you getting them every time that you play. So so you need those materials to upgrade your armor to get a higher level to reach max level, and that was just like the best thing about it. And then in other DLCs, like the later ones, like I say, like 4 or 5, um, around there, it was like you had to just find whatever like armor, and say it was like a shit armor, and you had a good armor. Then you can infuse that good armor to put light into the bad armor to make it a better armor. Confusing, but you just gotta like pretty much like level up your armor by feeding it other armors that are
So,
better than it.
so if you found like a really dope ass armor, you couldn't keep it. You could only feed it.
No, like if you found a dope ass armor, you could just like okay, so say like one is like really high like light level. You can just put that on and you'll be that light level, but say if you don't have the right like stats and like what was the other one? Just like perks on it. Then it would just make the armor shit, and you could have so much more better perks. But then you have to find that, so you just have to grind for certain items just over and over and over again, and that's whenever it got annoying.
So you could have like your chest plate that has 3 perks on it and is like medium level, and you could have a god chest plate that has no perks on it.
So you could have like God light. Okay, so like there's light level. Well, like whenever I stopped playing, it was like light level. And that was like what determined like if you were like higher rank. If you had the light level that was really high, then you could do more damage. You could take more damage. Um, Pretty much all that. And then, so the only way to get higher and higher, higher is if you get higher gear and then just keep on increasing your stats. Make sense?
Yeah,
Kinda,
no,
Yeah,
that's what
not
I'm
really.
saying.
that
That's
sounds like Monster Hunter. What's the problem?
Because you just have to do like one mission or a certain mission over and over again, and that wasn't fun. Doing the raid was actually like a challenge. Like you'd have to get 6 people that all could communicate effectively and pretty much do all these tasks that were really difficult at the time because like everybody was just so like low level that it was just nobody can really do it. Like
Wait,
like
so wouldn't you say that once the DLCs came out and everyone actually got levels, it would get easier?
No, because the raids got easier, and that's why it got easier for more people to level up.
But wouldn't that make it better? Because then it's not as much pain, and you can get the armors you want and still have fun.
No, because that was the whole challenge. That was the whole like fun of playing thing. Because the weekly reset, you would have to go back, and then you'd have to do the nightfall, do all this stuff, and it was like if you didn't play like every day out of the week, then you would fall behind. But in Destiny now, it's just like now more more PvP action, not fun at all.
Oh, so you were more into like the story aspect of these raids and
Yeah,
these like
I was
games.
more like PvE, like raid, nightfall type shit, and PvP was trash.
So now it just turned into like a Halo clone.
Yeah, kind of.
Ah, okay.
Um, but I mean, Pello, and Carlos could probably talk more about this topic because,
Because they play it all the time.
yeah, they actually play Destiny 2 now. I don't.
What were you saying, Steven, about
Is Halo good?
the old
Because
Halo?
I'm not an Xbox boy.
I don't think Q really played Halo growing up.
I've played it like a few times, like at my friend's house.
Yeah, I played it a couple times growing up too, and it was. I mean, it had its charm, but I mean, one, I've never been a first person shooter kind of guy, but two, I've also been more of a boots on the ground kind of guy. So I like the old Call of Duties better.
Mm.
Also, I'm an Attentard, so I just don't touch anything that's not handled by Mario.
He said Nintendo. All right, I feel you. I feel you. Well, I mean, the only time I played it was either at Q's house or like somebody's house because I never had anything besides Nintendo too. Let's move into our second and last past week in history here. We have that on May 20th, 1873, Levis Strauss, is that how you pronounce it? Or Levi Strauss? Um, and Jacob Davis patent the first blue jeans with the copper rivets. So I'm not wearing jeans because I'm at home. I don't know if you guys are, but you guys know the little rivets, right?
Wearing jeans now.
You're wearing jeans right now?
Yep,
Why are you wearing jeans? You're in your room.
because I always wear jeans.
Um,
I will not wear a shirt before I not wear jeans.
okay, true. I like the moment I get home, I take my pants off, I take my shirt off. So I'm in my shorts and my undershirt. I like to be relaxed.
Yeah, I don't get why you wear so many clothes all the time. Like,
I don't like taking off my jeans until like I'm going to bed because what if I need to go outside? What if I need to go do something? I don't want to be in my shorts.
You put them back on.
No, because then I have to put it back on.
It takes like 30 seconds to put your shorts back on or your pants
But
back
that's 30 seconds set. Somebody could be breaking into the house.
on. Are you gonna fight him in your jeans? Is there a difference between fighting someone in your jeans in your shorts?
I don't know. I never really took them off until I needed to go to bed.
I like now that I think about it, you always wear your fucking jeans when I'm there. So when you
Yeah.
take them off the moment you lay down to go to bed.
Yep.
Like you'll be sitting there in your shorts and your pants, no shirt, and then you're gonna go to bed. You take your pants off,
Yep.
and the thing is, like as soon as I get to your room, the first thing I do is I take my shirt off and I take my pants off. So I'm in like my underclothes, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, let's go somewhere. I'm like, fuck, let me put my pants back on.
Yeah.
Shirt,
see,
See.
put my
what?
shirt
Yeah.
on.
Then why do you do that?
I mean, it's because, well, I mean, Q all of a sudden will be like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna go here," and I'm like, "Oh, what? You gotta give me a heads up. I gotta get ready to go. I'm not ready." Because like
Gotta
literally,
always be ready.
okay, like I mean, I'm semi ready. Like if I need to go, I can go the way I am. But like to get ready, like I'm putting my jeans on. Gotta.
See, that sounded a lot funnier in my head when I was imagining go as in the other type of go, as in when the bathroom's there go.
Yeah, you gotta go. I'm ready to go, dude. Just drop the shorts and take a dookie. Like no, like the moment I walk in my front door, like I walk in, I walk to the left, I take my hat off, throw it on my bed, pull my shirt off with one hand, take my pants off, just chuck it all on my bed, and then I'm in my shorts and my t-shirt, like my white t-shirt. I'm
You
like,
ever get really mad, like if you have like a really bad day and you just fucking rip all of like you have a sweater on and your shirt, you just rip it all off on, or no?
yeah,
Is
I
that
just like just throw it at the
just
wall and
one
just
swift movement?
yeah. Yeah, I do that whenever I get pissed. Just throw it. I also do like the where you grab your pants and you just smack them against your bed. That I do that one too.
Nah, like if I'm really pissed, like say if I'm wearing like my windbreaker, like the other day, I got mad whenever I came home and I just like unbuttoned all of them, just like
Oh, I just yanked it off because it
Yeah,
like
yanked it
snapped on
off,
its
and
own.
then do the little twirl and just fucking throw it on my couch.
Look, I brought this up specifically one because Levi's jeans are
Leave
one
this.
very big. Yeah, Levi jeans are one very big. So sponsor us, number one. Number two, they have the little rivets, like the little things that like are what are those for? But they're actually to help like keep the jeans together. And Q actually has a story about why he keeps his phone in his left pocket, not his right pocket.
Yes, got a really great story. I keep my phone, even though my right hand is my dominant hand. I keep my phone in my left pocket because if you are wearing jeans right now, you look down, there is rivets on your right pocket. Why are you gonna put your phone in your right pocket if you're gonna scrape it on those rivets? But if you look at your left pocket, there are no rivets. So you just slide your phone right in there. No scratches on your screen at all. And also, whenever I broke my hand, um, my left hand became my dominant hand. So yeah. So after that, it kind of stuck.
I keep my phone in my right pocket, and
Weirdo.
knock on wood, but I've never scratched my phone screen, so maybe I'm just careful.
Wait,
Maybe I
wait, wait, wait. Do you put the screen facing your leg or
Yeah,
facing
facing
outward?
my leg into my pocket. Why would I put my screen outwards? That anything hits my
Um,
freaking pocket, it's gonna break my screen.
I don't know. You fucking scrape it on a rivet. You're gonna scratch your screen.
Well, I mean, I'm not like shoving it into my pocket against the rivets. I like, just put it in there nice and care. I mean, I don't know how you throw your phone into your pocket, but I don't
Bro,
scrape.
no, no, no. What I do is like I'll put my fingertips in my pocket and then I'll lift up and then that's whenever I'll just drop my phone in.
That's exactly
Like
what I
that's
do.
what I do with anything.
That's exactly what I do, and I never
Well,
scratch it on the
I
rivet.
got you one better, Sal, because you're careful. I'm not. I never scratch my phone by putting it in my right pocket.
Exactly. Yeah, Steven just checks that motherfucker in there. I don't even think Steven has a fucking case on his phone.
No, I do.
What a savage.
Oh, okay. Oh, he does.
Huh.
Okay.
Never mind, you're not a savage.
I
Well,
take that savage back.
it's a very thin case. It's like it will
Yeah,
protect
that's
it if I
why.
toss it against the wall.
Yeah.
but but to be honest, nothing will protect your phone if you chuck it at a wall.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I have an
Unless
OtterBox.
yeah, an OtterBox.
Yeah. I would trust it if I chuck it against this wall. I don't want to because what if it does break into this nice wall that I pay for in my apartment? But
Nice wall.
nice, yeah, good wall, good wall. Shh, it's
Good
okay.
wall.
I'm not gonna throw anything at you. But yeah, let's let's move into our what ifs this week. Look at me rotating the segments around. Next week we're gonna have another rotation. I'm gonna try to keep it fresh, new, where we're trying to turn this into something nice here. So this week we have the what if segment. For those of you that are new or don't know, the what if segment, I come up with these scenarios and we talk about them because they're what if,
This is the first time we did this?
second time, I believe.
Second
Second time.
time.
We did what if a while back. But
Sounds like the discussion ones.
Okay, well, the discussions are more like open discussion questions, kind of like just talking about like us. The what ifs present a scenario, you know?
Okay.
And I feel like they're different enough to merit their own segment.
Okay. I can buy that.
Like a discussion question would be like, "What's your favorite ice cream?" But the what if would be like, "What if someone told you there was only one ice cream flavor left in the world? Which one would you want it to be?" Or something like that. I'm gonna save that for another time. But what if someone asked you to produce a video game? What kind of game would it be? Like, just kind of tell me what's your video game.
So it'd have to be a first person shooter.
Okay.
Kind of like almost in the Call of Duty genre, I would
Okay.
say. Definitely something along those lines.
What is the Call of Duty genre?
Fighting, like I don't know, like military type shit.
You want boots on the ground or futuristic?
Boots on the ground,
Okay.
no question asked.
Okay.
No jetpacks,
No jetpacks. Okay, good.
no building,
No
no
building. All right.
Fortnite.
Sounds great. No jetpack, no building. I'm buying it already.
I would want something like kind of like story driven, like kind of how like the old Call of Duties were, like Call of Duty 4.
That actually had good
Where
stories.
you would like go ahead and like yeah, like go ahead and like follow the person throughout his, or 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 I'd create a zombie game,
Like zombies or zombie game.
zombies. Like say like oh it's a zombie apocalypse and you gotta do this to survive and you gotta go find this and you gotta go scavenge.
Like a apocalyptic kind of game.
Yeah, kind of like The Last of Us.
Okay, but more
But yeah, different, totally different.
more Call of Duty style.
Yeah.
Last of Us X Call of Duty.
No, no, no. It'd be one of the other like either zombies type shit or like Last of Us like type of game or like Call of Duty game. Those
Oh,
are my two games that I would create.
okay. All right, I like that. How about you, Steven? What about you? If someone asked you to produce a video game, what kind of genre do you think your
Crap.
idea would be?
It's actually really hard because I like a lot of different types of games.
Oh, okay, go Sal, because I'm gonna be thinking about this a
Okay,
little
yeah, I was
bit.
gonna say, do you want me to go? So the first game, so I really like real-time strategy games. Why I like Pikmin, but I also like game. It kind of falls into the same genre of like micromanagement, which those are more keen to like almost like tower defense games. I like games where you have to be constantly doing stuff the entire time, and you have to like control several different things happening at one time. So that's why I like Pikmin because it's like if you get
What
Pikmin
was
down to a
that one game?
science,
It was like 8-bit armies.
8-bit
Bro,
armies, yeah,
that
yeah,
game
yeah,
was so
yeah.
fun. Or like watching it was like
Yeah, like if you like that's how my brain works though. Like if you play Pikmin down to a science, literally it's just can you do several tasks at one time? Like can you have all these things running and keep track of it?
Sal, you should play. You should play Fire Emblem.
Oh, is that like turn based though?
Yeah, but still pretty good.
Okay,
Or
I'll give it a look. Cause is there a GameCube one? I heard the GameCube one was
there is
pretty
a
ass.
GameCube one. But the Switch one looks gorgeous and amazing. The last few Fire Emblem games have been also amazing, so I would trust it.
Okay, okay. I'll take a look at the new ones just to try them out. Cause I know that the problem with me is like I like turn based games to an extent. Um,
Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah. RPGs, but like theirs is more of like a chess turn based game, right?
So you think you want things actively moving around all the time?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think so. And like the limit I draw for like for like RPGs is like there's a story aspect to it, so like I can get into that if I get bored of the combat.
I think it was a sad part is there's not a lot of games like that where things are moving at the same time as you're strategizing and things.
Right? There's literally tower defense games, which most of the times those are like build before the round starts, or like maybe you have to build something in the middle.
Yeah.
And there's very few like now I see it a lot more with a lot of tower defense games where like you have like a hero or something that you can micromanage while like the round is going along. But besides that, there's not a lot of games where like you're actively doing multiple tasks at once. And that's why I love Pikmin because it's like that's exactly the web of what you have to do with Pikmin is how my brain works. So like if I had to build a game, it would definitely be something where you have multiple factions you have to control at one time. I'm a very um I like space a lot, like like space games. So maybe something like that space wise where like yeah, like honestly, bro, a game where like you have to colonize and I'm pretty sure this was created before, but like
Okay. Have you
but
played the
yeah,
games that are like crap? I want to say something like Stardew Valley, where you're kind of constantly micromanaging your I guess your for lack of a better term your farm and making it better over time.
like the old Facebook Farmville.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
Do you like those types of
I
games?
used to play those games on my aunt's account all the time. Yeah, I like those games where you have to
Dude,
constantly be doing stuff.
Stardew Valley on the Switch. You'd love that.
I know, bro. That's the problem though. Like if I get into something like that's I'm such an addictive personality to stuff like that though. That's why like I get scared when I start a game like that or something that interests me because I'll just keep like I'll just grind it till the
Do it for
cows.
YouTube.
I know I should just do Twitch for that something though like that. Something where like I know I'm gonna get stuck on it for several hours to start streaming because I could literally just sit like I'm telling you, all of a sudden, like when I was playing like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like for Breath of the Wild, where like I was trying to actually collect everything, I would just sit there like addictively, like just go through everything trying to like do it. And like all of a sudden it'd be 6 hours later and I was like, oh what? Why
That's
why have
that's
I
the
been sitting here for 6 hours?
that's the sign of a good game though.
That is a sign of a good game, but also like
Life.
yeah, well, like it's like like I know I have to stop. I just won't stop. Like I can't physically bring myself to stop. Like I have a problem. But
Yeah.
so definitely would like something where you have factions, you have to micromanage with different skill sets. Um, turn based is okay-ish, I guess. Um, but I besides like that, besides space, something that's always fascinated me is like smallness. Like when I was little, I used to have like an imaginary friend that was like me, me. It wasn't like an imaginary friend, it was me. But like in my head, like I was very imaginative, right? I would shrink myself down to the size of like a quarter or whatever. And like I was like, what would the world be like if I was this big or whatever? Like explore the world. Kind of like the Indian in the cabinet or whatever it is. I forget what that movie's called. Or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or whatever.
Oh
Like something.
yeah,
Yeah. So I think that's why I also like Pikmin because they're like yay big, you know? They're like
I was
that
about to
tiny.
say Pikmin is like perfect for you then.
Yeah. So like so either one of those two things, like or think about this. What if we did small in space? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we did like exploring space at the minuscule level? That'd be
Have you
cool.
ever played Kerbal Space Program?
What if you were to like
I
make a
played a little
space
bit.
game? Oh wait, I think there is a space game like that. Like you have to like explore, but it takes like real time.
Wait, is it that one game there's a universe that's like completely like randomly generated, except it sucked? No
No,
Man's
no,
Land or
that's
I don't
something
know.
like that?
yeah,
Oh
that was
yeah,
No
yeah,
Man's
yeah. That
Sky.
is
That was No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
That game failed terribly, but
But what if you made like something like Clash of Clans, but in
Clash of Clans, but in
space?
space, yeah. So I was
Crazy.
telling Steven, like, I really like the micromanagement thing, and I also really like the idea, the concept of like exploring the world on a smaller level like everybody else. So like
You should play.
those two
You should,
things, like if I could combine those two things to a space micromanage, like Pikmin in space, basically. That's what I would create.
Hmm.
Like where we colonize Mars or some shit.
actually, that'd be a really cool idea for a Pikmin 4, where it's not just one planet.
Holy smokes, bro. Pikmin where they travel to different planets. That would be legit, dude. I got a Nintendo. Are you listening? I'm pitching my
Are you
idea right now.
listening?
Nintendo sponsor me, please, and
Are
make
you
my
not
game.
entertained?
But yeah,
How
that would
about
be
you,
pretty
Steven?
cool. Okay, I've had a little bit of time to think about it and like
All
no
right.
progress. Um, so one of the things I was talking about earlier today with one of my roommates is I would love for a good Ninja Turtles game to come out because there hasn't been one in fucking like 10 years, and it
Oh
makes me
yeah, you do like
sad.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles is so good, dude. Oh my god, it's so
Like
good.
the old beat 'em ups back in the day.
Master
Yeah, but
Shifu
not
type shit.
just that. Freaking, when I was little, they came out with Ninja Turtle games based on a 2003 cartoon, and they were all freaking like aesthetically wise, like art wise, they were like really really solid. The music was awesome. Like you could argue the gameplay is repetitive, but it's a beat 'em up. They're always going to be repetitive. You're always beating up things. That's how they
Yes,
work.
it's a beat 'em up. Like that's in the title.
Yeah, and it was fun just to play with a bunch of people. But all the Ninja Turtle games that have come out recently are ass, and I hate it. It's so bad. Oh,
So
so
you would make a good Ninja Turtle game.
I would love for a yes. I would love either make it or just let that happen. But then there's lots of other amazing things you can do. There's one fun idea I had with a friend. Well, actually, one of my roommates, because he wanted to make a game and he wanted to do it around soccer, like a soccer RPG. So we're thinking about like brainstorming how you would make how would I describe this? So have you guys ever played games like Final Fantasy where you have your team, your RPG kind of team?
Yeah, you have your squad. Everyone has
Yeah,
different
yeah, your
skills.
squad. Uh-huh. We're imagining interpreting that, but for all the different positions in soccer.
That'd be
You go
interesting.
against the opponent. Yeah, we go against the opponent team, except we would have aspects of like real time where it's not turn based, but the way you position your players affects how they battle the other team, and like little stuff like that.
Kind of
Like a
like the
chess
Stick of
soccer
Truth.
game.
So like
Oh
what
yeah,
Q?
yeah. The stick of truth, Q. Just like that. That's what he basically was talking about.
Sure. I've
South
never
Park
played
Stick
Stick
of
of Truth.
Truth.
I've heard of
It's
that, but
it's like a Fire Emblem.
yeah, it's like I know it's like that. I just haven't seen this gameplay.
Yeah, that'd be cool, bro. You should definitely get on that Ninja Turtles game. Honestly, bro, you should do some Ninja Turtles. That'd be dope as fuck.
Dude, okay, game design itself is just really fun. It's really fun to think of ways to challenge a player, teach them the rules of the world that you made, and then just push those rules as far as you can go.
Yeah.
Like that's a really fun thing to think
And
about.
then and then watch them just cheat.
And then watch
So
them literally
that's
break
why
the
you
game.
have people like Sal to make sure the game actually works and can't be broken.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm there like, you realize they can walk through this wall, right? And that breaks like
Like,
30% of the game.
I'm like, good, keep it in. Speedrunners will love it.
Exactly. They'll figure it out. Like honestly, bro, like with Pikmin, dude, I was watching this run where this guy literally beat the game in 5 days because there's like 4 places. So he beat everything in 1 day, minus the impact site, which you have to do 2 days because there's no game break. But I'm like, dude, like they literally break the game. So eventually they will, but it's always nice to see somebody master your game to that point, you know?
Yeah, especially like if you see a glitchless speedrun, it's beautiful, dude. Like,
Just it's like a fucking orchestra, dude, when they just pull off everything perfectly.
and especially when they're like random chance things that like you have 1 in 100 cycles to get the right one to get the jump or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like this is the 1 in 100 run where they get the thing, and you're like, oh, bro, they got the thing. Like this is an actual no.
Yeah,
I
speedruns are so
I've
awesome.
been watching like Minecraft speedruns of like how fast like people can like beat the end. And it's actually pretty insane. Like there's some people that will like slow down their game, so it's physically possible to go that fast. But since it's slowed down, they can do everything just more efficiently. It's actually pretty crazy.
So they can be more precise.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. All right, so let's move into our final what if topic here. I only got 2 this week because we had a lot of news, so I was like, trying to figure it out. Like, I try to like if we have, I usually try to keep it to like 3, 3, 3. Um, but like if I feel like we go longer on the news, so maybe I'll cut out something like it's adaptive as we go. You know. So the final what if is that what if you go back? What if you got to go back in time and change one thing in history? What would you change?
I have a weird answer. I wouldn't change anything because if I would change something, then it wouldn't be the same.
Damn, bro. Okay, hit me with that fucking feels.
Yeah.
Like what if you change something and down the line it
And
just
then yeah, just everything. Like I don't know. I'm really like key about like the butterfly effect. So if something were to or like if something changes in the past, it's gonna affect the future.
so you'd be scared to like fuck up the future.
Yeah, I would be too scared to fuck everything up. But honestly, I saw this topic whenever you had first posted it, and I was thinking to myself, it'd be really like a challenge. Like say like there's one day, like just any day, like in your past, boom, you get teleported to that day, or you time travel to that day, and you have to repeat everything in the whole sequence of what you did the first time to get everything right. And if you fuck anything up, then the whole like future has changed forever.
Yeah. So like you would only want to change that one thing, so you have to do everything else exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought about that too. I was like, because we haven't done it yet, but it seems pretty particular about like if you fuck just one thing up, you could mess up literally the entire rest of your life.
Yeah.
The wrong time travel.
Go ahead, you step on a butterfly, and that butterfly was supposed to make a fucking hurricane.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, cute.
I don't know if that's how it works, but yeah.
That's how the butterfly effect works. That's where it gets its name from. So it's like a butterfly flapping its wings in the wind, creates a certain gust of wind, and that gust of wind then travels so on into the future and becomes a hurricane.
I've never heard that before, but I'll take your word. He's going to the internet. How about you, Steven? What would you change? You could change
That's
anything.
hard for me because time travel is the one power I would want. So how can I choose one?
Yeah, so you got to like
Because
you got to fix one thing in this whole ass world.
I overthink everything, and I love thinking about abilities of whatever scenario. So time travel is like my guilty pleasure to be like, holy crap, I can go back and try out everything.
I can do it again. Can
It's
do it
like
a
having a
second
do-over
time.
button. It's like so good.
Yeah.
Shit.
You have the click remote. You just hit rewind, dude.
I know. What should I do? What would be funny? What, what would have horrible ramifications?
What would have horrible?
So I don't know what exactly the same thing was, but it's like butterfly is a theory that a butterfly flapping its wing in one part of the world can cause devastating consequences in another part.
Yeah. So literally what you explained. but just without
Yeah, without the hurricane.
but a hurricane would cause devastating consequences, so technically correct.
Yes.
You get a minus.
Okay. Okay. What's a horrible disease?
You're
Syphilis.
gonna go and fucking poison everybody with it?
Yeah. What's a horrible disease, dude?
Just give everyone fucking the plague again.
No,
Like,
see, the plague already happened. I need a stronger one.
oh. H1Z1.
H1Z1.
Or H1N1.
H1N1. That's bird flu. Bird flu's not that bad.
No, that was swine flu.
Oh, swine. Okay, my bad. Bird flu is another one. Because what I was gonna say is like at at the end, like near near the middle part of the Black Plague, drop in another one. Drop in a worse one.
Just drop in a second one. Be like, this didn't kill you. I brought round 2.
Drop like Ebola or something. Something
Fuck
horrible.
yeah, just take Ebola back, dude.
Like so.
No, what if,
Oh, I'm gonna take flesh-eating bacteria. Drop them everywhere.
bro, something that'd be just like horrible. Like, have you guys played Wolfenstein?
No,
I've seen
but
him
I've
play
heard
it.
of what it's
Okay.
like. Heard it's like you murder Nazis.
Yeah, pretty much. But the concept is that um Hitler was never defeated, so he just takes over the entire world.
Holy shit.
So what if Hitler was never defeated?
Oh, I'm pretty sure United States would still be a thing, but then it would be hard to resist eventually because he would have taken over all of Europe
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
and
If
Russia.
he would have took over all of Europe, bro, we would have been in deep trouble.
Then we would have had all of Europe and Russia and Japan against us.
And maybe China too.
Yeah.
Eventually. They
Well,
would have
that doesn't necessarily equal manpower.
Yeah,
They would've killed
and
all
also there could be revolts. What I'm saying, if he had total control, the USA is gonna struggle.
like I'm saying, like we'd have to like do everything ourselves and essentially could because we are a very diverse um country. Like we have a lot of different climates that we could do stuff in. But there's definitely a lot of things that we import. So like if they controlled all of that, bro, that would be a lot of like not even military power because like we could definitely fight back and it would be a lot of bloodshed. So I don't know if they would want to do that, but it would be a lot of economic power on us because they could just be like, all right, we're not gonna trade with you. Like I just control all of these countries, so fuck it.
Yeah.
So I think mine is like my what is it? Um thing that I would change in history is actually along the lines of Hitler. Like honestly, like I'm kind of stealing this from Deadpool at the end of Deadpool where at the end of Deadpool where he's like he's, I gotta wrap up some loose ends or whatever, and he like starts like fixing all this stuff in like the timeline, and then like all of a sudden he shows up at like Hitler when he's a baby, and he's like, oh, I don't want to do this, and he's like trying to like he's trying to kill Hitler as a baby, and he's like, I can't do this. I'm like that would be me. I'm like, bro, I gotta kill baby Hitler, but I don't know if I can kill a baby. He doesn't even have the stash yet. Like
You know what that reminds me of?
what?
So there's a story in the Marvel comics that came out recently called Cosmic Ghost Rider, and basically, the Punisher becomes Ghost Rider, and there's a whole bunch of fucked up future. Anyway, he also becomes Silver Surfer at some point. He gets a time stone. He decides to go back and kill Thanos as a baby because Thanos is horrible
Yeah.
and he does like so many bad things across the universe on his life. And then he decides, you know what? Maybe Thanos himself isn't evil. What if I raise him to be good? And he makes it so much worse. He makes
Oh.
it so much worse.
So he should have killed him.
He should have killed him. He should have left him alone.
Okay. So like he tried to raise him a good kid and it just ended up bad.
What if you take Hitler and just hide him?
Bro, I just like fucking stick Hitler in a cave like here, you must live here for your whole life. You will understand someday. And then I make Hitler 2.0. Like I make Hitler worse because I kept him in a cave his entire life.
To make him the Joker. Holy crap. Imagine
Yeah,
Hitler
dude,
and a Joker
literally
combined.
make the Joker
Just
Hitler,
make him
dude.
more insane.
Yeah, I don't, yeah. The best bet would probably just get rid of Hitler. But that honestly, that's the one that I was thinking about a lot. Is that one? Like I can't really think of anything. I mean, there's like several different like what is it? Like famous people, not like just famous, but like important people in history that like were assassinated. That it would be nice to save them too. You got MLK and stuff. But like not like they had to die, but like I feel like that a lot of times people who had a mission or a statement when they do die, like
Means a lot.
it means a lot for that statement. You know what I'm saying? Like they die a martyr for that cause. Like I feel like it just pushes stuff over the edge when stuff like that happens. But it's like Hitler, like I mean, I think we could do with him dying before the Nazis. Like I think we could get rid of him beforehand. I mean, we don't know the ramifications afterwards, but I mean, if it's even just a little bit better than what he did, nice.
No, it's an interesting question though.
Go.
If you don't get change one thing, if you get one redo, if you can go back to a moment in your life and roll it back, try again.
Ooh.
Where would you choose? And you have the option of you get to continue on from that point forward. Like you can relive that point from your life forward until
So you
where
would
you
just
are
like
now.
you would just like hit the rewind button and start from a point
Y-
in the past and
yeah.
then keep going. Okay. Fuck, this is hard, bro, because I have like two. One would be like actually try to get my girlfriend to date me the first time. And two would be don't go to don't go to a university, go to community college. But I
Well, if
think
you do the first one, you could do both.
yeah, I'm pretty sure if I would have done the first one, I would have done the second.
Because
Yeah.
she went to community college, right?
No, she
First?
actually went to a university and then came back because she didn't like the university she went to. So like if I would have dated her first and then she came back, we would have been at community college at the same time. So I think I would have done it. But how about you, Steven?
Honestly, start a senior year of high school. That's where I'd put it at. Because there's a lot I could have done better for a lot of different things, not just with Kalia, but with Holy, and I don't
Yeah,
know.
because you skipped a lot of school your senior year.
No, I probably still would have skipped a lot of school, but like I don't think that would change. But I think a lot of other things change.
Bro, if I could just relive my high school experience, it'd be crazy. I don't know. Because like I'm not really friends with any of the people that like I was in with high school now. Or the select few, I would say. But besides that, like, bro, I would just do whatever the fuck. Like, I would just do it. Like, I don't know. I would do everything different, to be honest.
I would have watched
Oh,
Rusty Clutch Studios.
exactly,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Well, honestly, bro, I would have like I would have continued doing YouTube in high school, like when I first started out. Like I would have kept going with it and not taking so many breaks. Like that's I guess hindsight or whatever. But yeah. Wait, question, Steven. Would you be able to keep the knowledge you have now?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
That
Okay.
has to. There's no point in going back without your growth, what you've learned.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like if I go back and I don't have any of this, like I probably make all the stupid decisions
I
again.
know. That's why. Why do you think St. Time is like the one I would abuse? Because I would learn everything and go back and try.
You're like, yeah, this didn't work out the seventh time. We're gonna try it one more time.
It's like I feel like once I'm at the end, once I'm like actually an old person, I would have lived thousands and thousands of lifetimes. It would have been like, holy crap.
All the timelines. All right. Well, I think that's where we're gonna cut it, boys. That's pretty good. Yeah, good podcast. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You two, my loyal two
Yeah.
here every
Yeah.
week. So yeah, Q's actually going on vacation for about a week, right?
Yeah. Or now that I'm leaving tomorrow, it's gonna be a full 2 weeks.
Okay. So he will hopefully be on the podcast next week, but if he's not, he's just gonna take a week off. We're kind of like starting to transition into the summertime. It's gonna be a little rocky like this month, but definitely by next month we're gonna be hitting everything pretty hard. Like I can pretty much say that
Most definitely.
Live
YouTube's gonna be
podcast in the
going hard.
works.
What happened?
Live podcast in the works.
Yeah, live
yeah.
podcast in the works, hitting YouTube hard. Cue me. Steven's gonna be uploading a shitload of art. I got a lot of stuff that I need him to do for me.
Definitely gonna be pumping out videos too. And streaming as soon as I get a capture card very soon.
Q's gonna start
So
streaming.
watch out for that.
Yeah, we got a lot of big stuff planned for the summer. So just
Make sure you turn those post notifications on. Subscribe if you're not already.
hit that bell, all of that, dude. Follow him on Twitch. Yes. But definitely make
Twitter.
sure that you guys keep up
Links
with
in the
this stuff.
description.
All of them are in the description, as always. So thank you guys so much for coming out this week, and I will see you guys in the next podcast.
Adios.